When You Walk Away, a story of Stoicism and emotional insight. Chapter 1. The departure. Nathan stood at the edge of the quiet park, his hands deep in his coat pockets, watching as the autumn leaves drifted to the ground. The air was crisp, carrying the scent of fallen leaves and distant rain. He had made his decision, and there was no turning back. He was walking away, not just from her, but from everything they had built together. Elena watched him go, her arms crossed, her lips pressed tightly together. She had always believed that love was about fighting for one another, about making things work despite the odds. But as she saw him disappear into the mist, she realized something unsettling. Love was also about letting go. Her chest ached, but she took a deep breath. She would not chase him. She would not plead. Instead, she turned around and walked in the opposite direction, her heart heavier than ever before. Chapter 2. The silence that follows. The first few days were the hardest. Elena found herself picking up her phone, her fingers hovering over his contact name. She had so much to say, so many questions, so much anger, so much sadness. But each time she put the phone down. Nathan, on the other hand, had submerged himself in the teachings of the Stoics. He read Marcus Aurelius and Seneca late into the night, convincing himself that detachment was the path to peace. Amor fati, he repeated to himself, love of fate. If she was meant to be in his life, she would return. If not, then it was never meant to be. But no philosophy, no wisdom could quiet the storm inside him. Chapter 3. The reflection. Elena began journaling, pouring her pain into ink. She wrote about the way Nathan used to brush a stray lock of hair behind her ear, the way he whispered her name in the quiet hours of the night. She wrote about the fights, the misunderstandings, the way their love had become a battlefield instead of a sanctuary. She began to understand her own emotions in a way she never had before. The grief she felt was not just about losing Nathan. It was about losing the version of herself that had existed in their relationship. Nathan, too, found himself questioning. Had he truly walked away for the right reasons? Or had he been afraid? Afraid of vulnerability, of emotional depth, of the unpredictability of love. Chapter 4. The rebirth weeks turned into months. Elena no longer reached for her phone in moments of weakness. She found solace in long walks, in the rhythm of the ocean waves, in the simplicity of a cup of coffee on a quiet morning. She had lost Nathan, but she had found herself. Nathan, too, had changed. His solitude had not brought him the peace he had expected. Instead, it had forced him to confront his own fears, his own shortcomings. He had walked away believing that distance would make him stronger, but he now realized that true strength came from facing emotions, not avoiding them. Chapter 5. The meeting. Fate had a way of bringing people back together in the most unexpected moments. They met again on a cold winter evening, outside the same cafe where they had shared their first coffee date. Elena looked at Nathan, her eyes calm, no longer filled with the desperation of heartbreak. Nathan met her gaze, realizing that she was no longer the woman he had left behind. She was stronger now, more certain of herself. And perhaps, he thought, that was the greatest lesson of all. Walking away was not the end of love. Sometimes it was the beginning of something deeper, a love for oneself, a love rooted in strength rather than fear. As they exchanged polite words and parted ways once more, neither of them knew if this was a true goodbye or the start of a new chapter. But this time, they were both at peace with the uncertainty. Because true love, like true strength, was never about possession. It was about freedom. YouTube call to action script. Scene opens with energetic background music. Host: Hey everyone, if you're enjoying our content on Living My Stoic BD, don't forget to show some love, the quick cuts of past exciting content. Host: Hit that like button, drop a comment below, and most importantly, share this video with your friends. Animation of a bell ringing. Host: And don't forget to subscribe and smash that notification bell so you never miss an update from Living My Stoic BD. See you in the next video.